High-yield investments can be a tantalizing prospect, offering the promise of substantial monthly income. But before diving headfirst, it's crucial to do your due diligence. Let's explore some key factors to consider when evaluating high-yield investment options. NAV erosion, the silent thief. One of the most significant risks associated with high-yield investments is NAV erosion. This occurs when the net asset value of the investment decreases over time. To assess this, compare the performance of the high-yield investment to its underlying asset. If the underlying asset is performing well, but the high-yield investment is losing significant value, it's a red flag. To help prevent this, there's a few things you need to check before pressing the buy button. First, compare the high yield to the underlying. You can do this using bar charts compare tool, link in the description. For this example, we'll compare AMZN to AMZY. AMZY is YieldMax's high-yield Amazon covered call strategy ETF. Currently paying a 39% yield and around 65 cents per month in distributions. Ideally, we want to see the high-yield ETF in some approximate range to the underlying. You can see Amazon is up about 6% and AMZY is down about 15%. Not great, but since AMZY pays out 39%, the capture could be 24% or the difference between 39% and 15%. This doesn't rule us out of possibly making a good monthly income. Next, we'll check total return. While high-yield investments often focus on dividends, it's essential to consider the total return, which includes both capital appreciation and dividends. Use tools like Total Real Returns, link in the description, to compare the total return of the high-yield investment to its underlying asset. You can see from the total return chart AMZY is performing nearly identical to Amazon when including total returns. And overall, Amazon has a 45% total return while AMZY has a 42% total return. Dividend reinvestment, the power of compounding. Many high-yield investments offer the option to reinvest dividends, which can accelerate growth through compounding. I personally do not use DRIP. I use liquidity to determine buy and sell points using the underlying. Here is a weekly chart side by side, Amazon on the left and AMZY on the right. Remember, when you want to buy, you need to use the underlying chart to determine when to buy. Why? Because the high yield has distributions that pull the price down, so it won't align directly with the actual asset's price. Amazon came down into a large liquidity pool. Liquidity pools are simply where traders have most likely placed stop orders. I won't go into too much detail in this video on liquidity, but I want to provide you with the general idea. You can see when the price closes above the liquidity level, we take entry. You can do this on a daily time frame as well. Remember, we are looking at the underlying chart but buying on the high yield, in this case buying AMZY. Alternatively, you can keep this simple and buy when the overall market is green on the months, but we have a very red or negative day. This can also be applied to pre-market prices. For example, if we are in a bull market, be sure to like and subscribe if you find this content useful. Please comment if you have any questions or enjoyed this content.